So here I am at the Queen Victoria Markets, probably one of the most intensely competitive marketplaces in Melbourne, and I thought we'd just have a quick little walk through and see what it is that we can see and have a bit of a think about what it would mean for individuals who are working in this place, how they would adapt and what strategies they might, what theory they might rely upon in order to be able to change their strategies. Let's have a look. Okay, after a quick walk through from the dairy hall, let's go and have a look at fish and meat.
Half price T-bone with a fillet. Take 2 trays for $20. One tray's worth $18.90. But most importantly, you get the free range quality, not the cheap chewy. We sell quality cheap enough. Got too many tourists here today.
Okay, so when your product's essentially the same, when there's only a certain number of ways you can carve up a sheep or a cow or some other kind of animal, how do you compete? What dimensions do you choose to compete upon? And what skills have you got? What capabilities do you have that you can utilise in a way to make sure that you get your fair share of the marketplace? So now what we'll do is we'll go from meat and fish and poultry, and we'll go and we'll have a look at fresh fruit and vegetables. Now, essentially all of these stores sell roughly the same sort of stuff, and because it needs to be fresh, it either needs to be imported from somewhere where it's grown and been stored, or it needs to be in season. So differentiating around product is not very easy either. How do you think you would cope in a situation like this, where your nearest competitor is right opposite you, competing basically on price? What are you going to do in order to make things different?
Yes, please. Hello.
Let's go! Banana!
Very good. So put yourself in the position of these guys here. I mean, it's one thing to sort of say these guys have to compete on price because they're right next to one another. But of course, this is not the only place that you can buy fruit and vegetables. So what does the industry look like? What does the market sector look like? Who are these guys really competing against? Are they competing against the guy opposite them or right next to them? Or are they competing with the big supermarket chains or the little greengrocer? The way in which you define your market is going to have a huge difference on deciding, or have a huge impact in deciding, helping you to decide how it is that you're going to go about competing. Some of these forces are going to be stronger than others. Some of them are going to be more immediate than others. Your job is to try and figure out on which dimensions are you going to compete, how are you going to do it, and how are you going to survive long enough in order to be able to make a reasonable profit, considering all the risk that you had to go into in the first place.